You're the squishiest, cutest little thing. Oh, I love you. If you're wondering why I haven't filmed a video in a while, it is because little miss has been in a phase of not wanting to be put down, and so it's really hard to film when I don't have both my hands. So we're gonna see how this goes, but obviously I look busted, so I'm gonna be putting makeup on. I know that I had some people leave some comments about wanting to know my makeup routine, and also I said that I was going to update you guys on talking to my mom for the first time in 2 years and how that went. So before we get started, let me get into it. Hi, my name is Danielle, and if this is your first video, how the heck did you find this one? And if it is not, hey, how you doing? Welcome back. So let's get started. I'm gonna try and do my makeup one-handed because I have a little miss who does not want to be put down today, but that's okay. It is a-okay with me. Do you guys like my backdrop? I need to steam it. She just burped. Let's wait and see if anything comes out of there. I need to steam it, but I got it off of Amazon. I really like it. Oh, bless you, mama. Also, she has bed head. Don't judge a baby. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I got a backdrop because this second bedroom has been a mess, and that's another thing. I might do a video of like cleaning the second freaking bedroom with me, because we have so much baby stuff in here that needs to be put away, and so I usually film in here, and so I'm like, I can't film if my background is a mess, and so I got a backdrop because then I can film basically anywhere. And I'm also going to be filming a video of me cutting Brent's hair. Is this straight? Might not be. There we go. Me cutting Brent's hair. I am going to be trying to cut his hair. He's been begging me to cut his hair, and so I'm going to try. I think I can do it, but I'm going to be filming that as well. I'm going to be pumping out content for y'all because I've been trying to wait until she's in a space where I can just kind of like let her nap on her own, because she won't nap by herself. She is a contact napper, aren't you? And so I've been having to like lay there with her while she naps. Oh, Bubba. Okay, we had a spit up situation. But yeah, so it's been really hard to try and film with a baby bean because she wants to be held all the time, and I don't want her super like on my channel. So that's been the issue. Trying to film a sit-down video with a baby is not for the weak. Isn't that right, ma'am? Yeah. Okay, so I just put this on my eyebrows. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Base. It's for your eyelashes, but I do it to like put my eyebrows up so they look nice and fluffy. And then she loves looking at herself. That's kind of like her thing at the moment, is looking at herself because she's so cute and she knows it. Don't you know it? Don't you know it? I put my eyebrows up, and then I just usually go over the bottom part to make that more defined. Yeah. And just kind of zhuzh it up, you know, so that you see the difference. Like, I just brushed it up and then I put that little defining area at the bottom. This is a real how to do your makeup with your baby video, but let me do my eyebrows because this is the most challenging part to do, especially when you have a baby. That is my eyebrows. I'm not gonna keep messing with them, and I usually do not wear foundation because my makeup usually isn't on for long enough to justify it. If anything, I'll use like a CC cream, but for today's video, I'm not going to be wearing foundation because I usually don't, and I want this to be pretty realistic. But so I take this e.l.f. camo concealer, in deep caramel. Is this the one I use? Yeah, in deep caramel. And I put this under my eyes and on the bridge of my nose. Now, I know this seems super bright, but the thing is that I've been doing my makeup in a new way. I used to use like a concealer that was pretty close to my skin tone, but I find that I like this better because it kind of looks like I'm wearing foundation when I'm not, if that makes sense. And I don't have to contour with as deep a color whenever I'm doing this. Are you trying to help, Mama? Are you trying to help? You want to help? Okay. But yeah, so I just blend this out under my eye. Yeah, that's what Mama does. She blends and blends and blends. And so I got my first TMI warning. I got my first period postpartum. And let me tell you, I feel like death. So that's another reason my skin isn't looking as cute as she normally does. She usually shows up and shows out for us, but you know, right now she's going through it, and that's okay. I think I'm gonna go back. I actually was outside yesterday. I think I'm gonna go back and layer because I feel like this is a little too thin right now. So let's layer a bit. See how this one's so much darker? But that's okay because we're gonna layer. And that was in deep chest that I just put under, and then I just go on top with this. I usually don't use this much concealer, but like I said, homegirl started her period, so her skin is acting a little bit different, which I'm really annoyed about because I thought that I wasn't going to start my period for a minute because I'm breastfeeding, but apparently some people can start theirs even if they're breastfeeding, which I'm really annoyed about because it was nice not having one for a year. Right. Oh, goodness. But, okay, so now let's get into me talking to my mom for the first time. I know my makeup looks crazy. It's gonna get better. Trust the process. Trust the process. As you guys know, I have a little human, and I went on this huge journey of becoming my best self before she got here, because I have always wanted to be a mom. That's been like my biggest thing. I have always wanted to be a mom, and I wanted to make sure that when she got here I was in a good place, because I have always struggled with depression and all of that. Not saying if you have depression you can't be a good mom. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. I just wanted to be able to, you know, utilize my coping skills a little bit better, and be able to be more present and less worried and focused on what's going to happen in the future, X, Y, and Z. So I went on this huge journey of just trying to be my best self, and through that I was really consistent in therapy, and I also am almost done with, which I'm going to make a video about too, TMS therapy, which has been utterly life-changing. I've been depressed for literally the majority of my life, and this treatment has been like life-changing to my life. Like, I have never felt so like awake, alive, like happy in my entire life. And so I'm going to make a full video about TMS therapy and how that helped me, but let's talk about how I ended up talking to my mom, because if you've been here for a while, you know that I had not talked to my mom since before I got married, which me and Brent had our 2-year wedding anniversary in June of this year. So it had been 2 years since I had spoken to my mother, and I was pretty much convinced that I would never talked to my mom again. We, you know, had our differences, and that was that, and we just weren't gonna speak. And then when you get pregnant, you're kind of like, would I want this person around my child? Because she is Elizabeth's grandmother, and would she be a good grandma to Elizabeth? Because if she would, then I'm keeping Elizabeth from another person who could love her really well. But if she couldn't, then I'm protecting Elizabeth. And so I did a lot of soul searching, a lot of talking to my therapist, and I like decided that I believed that my mother would be a good grandma, and that me not having her in Elizabeth's life would be me being selfish about my own personal beefs with my mother. Did y'all just hear her poop? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh gosh. Goodness, girl. Woo. And it is stinky too. Okay, so I just put the Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep onto all the places I didn't put concealer, basically. And I contoured with the Black Radiance contour palette. I used both light to medium and dark to deep because they didn't have the in-between one. So I just had to use both in layer. And now I'm just taking a brush and buffing that all out before I go change my baby's diaper. Ugh, I think I got powder in my mouth. That did not taste good. Okay. And I will be right back after I change my baby's diaper. Okay, we are back. So, as I was saying before, little miss decided to go poo-poo, was just that me and my mom's beef was about our own stuff. And with having a baby, I had to look at whether or not I thought that that would be something that I wanted Elizabeth around. And after thinking about it and going over it, I decided that I believed that my mom would be a good grandma. And so I reached out to her through a third party, and this was after a lot of thought. So I want to get into, because I know a lot of people watched my testimony video, and it provided a lot of peace for people who have complicated relationships with family members. And I want to say right off the bat that if they are a danger to you emotionally or physically, that it is your choice to not have them in your life. And you have to weigh the pros and cons of integrating them back into your life for something like a child or something like that. And so for me, I felt like I'd done a lot of personal work in therapy to be able to convey my needs in a really good way. I'm just applying some blush. This is the Makeup Revolution blush palette, and I'm putting this one in the corner on my cheeks. But yeah, so I had to assess whether or not I felt like it would be emotionally safe for me to have her back in my life. And I felt like I was in a, oh, drooly girl. She's in a drooling stage. Hence why we got these little cute bibs that match my shirt. You match me, mama. So I'm gonna add this highlight. What color is this? Glowed Up onto my nose, and then I'm gonna mix Glowed Up and Wisp onto my cheeks, because I feel like it gives a really pretty, what is it, mama? It gives a really pretty glowed up look. Somebody was hungry. Somebody likes to kick while they eat, so again, this is a very realistic get ready with me as a breastfeeding mama. There you go. Okay, so I just take that onto my cheeks. So I just thought about, okay, let me just talk to my mom, because we hadn't spoken in person in, like I said, over 2 years. So I knew that I would be able to stand up for myself in a different way than I had been able to in the past. And how did I get highlight right there? And I would be able to like advocate for myself better than I had in the past, because I hadn't spoken to her in a long time and I was not very good at conflict whenever I was younger. And so I talked to my husband about it, and please don't eat my shirt too. Okay. I talked to my husband about it, and we both like thought that it was a good idea, and so I had a third party get connected with my mom and come with me to go and meet with her. And whenever I went to go meet with her, we had a really good conversation where I just expressed my needs and how I wanted our relationship to be very different than how it was when we last spoke. And she agreed, and we decided to start from scratch. Now that is not the situation for everybody, and so I don't want anybody who has a complicated relationship with their parent to see this video and be like, I need to talk to my parent, because like I said, it is different for everybody and the circumstances are different for everybody. And so when you're thinking about reconnecting with a parent or a family member that you fell out with, make sure to kind of talk about it with like a therapist and people that you trust in your life to decide whether or not this is a good and safe option for you. But yes, so me and my mom talked. We established some boundaries and decided to start from scratch. And so we have been talking and in one another's life ever since for about 2 months now, and it's been going really well, and I'm really happy about that. Elizabeth loves her grandmother very much, and I'm happy that she gets to have that experience. So yeah, that is that on that. Okay, so I just sprayed with some setting spray, and now I'm drying it up. I usually do not put mascara on just because it is a pain in the butt for me personally. Unless I'm going out, I'm not gonna put mascara on just because I do not like it. Because it always like crumbles into my eyeball. Yeah, it does. Okay, so that is my makeup. So I just wanted to show you guys what my makeup looks like. Ignore the baby drool. In natural lighting, because that lighting in my second bedroom is a little harsh. But yeah, so this is what my makeup looks like if you were to see me out on the street. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and make sure to leave a comment down below on any other video suggestions you have, and leave a like, and I will see you in my next video.